Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am so glad you are here with us today. You are listening to TrueGritEnglish. This is a place for you to relax, a place for you to listen, and a place for you to grow. Every single day, we upload a new video just like this one. We want to help you feel more confident. We want to help you find your strength. If you enjoy these daily talks, please consider subscribing to our channel. It helps us a lot, and it helps you stay on your journey. Now, take a deep breath. Let the stress of the day go away. Just listen to my voice. We are going to talk about something very important today. We are going to talk about your life. We are going to talk about why change feels so hard. Have you ever tried to change a habit? Maybe you wanted to wake up early. Maybe you wanted to study English every night. Or maybe you wanted to be more positive. At first, you feel strong. You tell yourself, I can do this. You use your will. You use your power. But then, a few days pass. You feel tired. You had a long day at work. The weather is cold. Suddenly, that strength is gone. You go back to your old ways. You sit on the couch. You watch TV. You forget your goals. Does this sound like you? Don't worry. It sounds like everyone. We often think that change is about willpower. We think that if we are strong enough, we can change anything. We think that if we fail, it is because we are weak. I want to tell you the truth today. You are not weak. You are not the problem. The problem is your environment. Think about a small seed. A seed has the power to become a giant tree. But what happens if you put that seed in the desert? It has no water. The sun is too hot. The soil is dry. Does the seed grow? No. It stays small. It dies. Now, think about that same seed. Imagine you put it in a garden. The soil is rich and dark. There is plenty of rain. The sun is gentle. What happens? The seed grows fast. It becomes strong. It becomes beautiful. The seed did not change. The environment changed. Your life is exactly the same. You are the seed. Your environment is the world around you. It is your house. It is your office. It is your phone. And it is the people you talk to every day. We spend so much energy trying to be strong. We try to fight our environment. But the environment usually wins. If you are surrounded by junk food, you will eventually eat it. If you are surrounded by people who complain, you will eventually complain too. Willpower is like a battery. In the morning, the battery is full. You make good choices. But as the day goes on, the battery drains. You get hungry. You get stressed. By the evening, the battery is empty. This is when the environment takes over. If your environment is set up for bad habits, you will fall into them. It is almost impossible to stay strong when everything around you is pulling you down. I want you to think about your room right now, or think about your house. Look around you. Does your space help you, or does it hurt you? If you want to study English, but your books are hidden in a dark corner, you will not study. If your phone is always in your hand, you will always look at it. You are not choosing these things. Your environment is choosing them for you. Change is not about a big fight in your head. It is about making things easy. It is about cleaning the soil so the seed can grow. Many people spend years feeling guilty. They say, I should be better. I should work harder. They carry this heavy weight of guilt every day. This guilt makes them feel even more tired. It makes the battery drain even faster. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop trying to use only your will. It is time to look outside of yourself. It is time to look at the world you have built around you. The magic of change does not happen inside your brain. It happens when you move your chair. It happens when you turn off the TV. It happens when you find new friends. Think about a fish in a tank. If the water is dirty, the fish gets sick. You can give the fish medicine. You can tell the fish to be stronger. But if the water stays dirty, the fish will stay sick. To save the fish, you must clean the water. In this talk, we are going to learn how to clean your water. We are going to learn how to build a world that helps you instead of stopping you. You have so much potential. You have so many great ideas. You have the grit to succeed. But you are tired of fighting the wind. I want to show you how to move to a place where the wind is at your back. Imagine a life where doing the right thing is easy. Imagine waking up and feeling excited because your environment is full of light and energy. This is possible. It does not take a miracle. It just takes a few small changes. Take another breath. Think about that tiny, quiet space in your mind. We are going to explore that space. We are going to look at the garden of your life. Are you ready to stop fighting and start growing? Good. Let's look closer at how we can start changing the things we see every day. Let's talk about the lessons we can learn from a simple garden. Let's think deeply about that garden for a moment. Imagine you are standing in front of a small plot of land. You have your seeds. You have your tools. You have a dream of beautiful flowers. But when you look at the ground, you see rocks. You see weeds. The earth is hard and dry. What is the first thing you do? Do you yell at the seeds to grow faster? Do you get angry at the ground? Of course not. You know that would be a waste of your energy. Instead, you start to work on the environment. You pick up the rocks one by one. You pull out the weeds. You pour water on the dry dirt. You wait for the sun to come out. You understand that the plant can only do its job if the soil is ready. This is the lesson of the garden, and it is a lesson we often forget in our own lives. We are very strange creatures. We expect ourselves to grow in bad soil. We stay in rooms that make us feel sad. We stay in jobs that make us feel tired. We surround ourselves with noise and mess. And then, we wonder why we are not happy. We wonder why we are not moving forward. I want you to look at your life as a garden. Everything around you is the soil. Your bedroom, your kitchen, your car, the street where you live. These things are feeding you every day. They are giving you energy, or they are taking it away. Think about the physical things in your space. Think about your desk. Is it covered in old papers? Is there trash from yesterday? Is it crowded and dark? When your space is messy, your mind feels messy. It is hard to think clearly when you are looking at a mess. Your brain is trying to process everything it sees. If it sees 100 small things that need to be cleaned, it gets tired. It uses up that battery of willpower we talked about earlier. Now, imagine a different desk. It is clean. There is only one book on it. There is a small lamp with a warm light. There is a glass of fresh water. How do you feel when you sit at that desk? You feel calm. You feel ready. You didn't have to fight yourself to feel this way. The environment gave that feeling to you for free. This is what I mean by the magic of change. We often think that to change our lives, we need to do something huge. We think we need to move to a new city or get a new job. But sometimes, the biggest change starts with a small corner of your room. I call this the invisible environment. It is made of the things we stop noticing because we see them every day. Is there a chair in your house that you hate? Is there a broken light that you never fix? Is there a pile of clothes that has been there for a week? These small things are like tiny holes in a bucket. Each one is small, but together, they let all your energy leak out. You walk past the mess and you feel a tiny bit of stress. You see the broken light and you feel a tiny bit of frustration. By the end of the day, you have no energy left for your dreams. I want to give you a challenge. I want you to look at your home with new eyes. Walk through your front door like you are a guest. What do you see? Does the air feel fresh? Is the light bright? Does it feel like a place where a happy, successful person lives? If the answer is no, do not feel bad. This is good news. It means you have found a way to grow. You can start by changing just one thing. Maybe you clean your window so more light comes in. Maybe you buy a small plant and put it where you can see it. Maybe you finally throw away that old chair that makes your back hurt. When you change your physical space, you are sending a message to your brain. You are saying, I matter. My goals matter. This place is for growth. This works for learning English, too. If you want to speak better, you must create a garden for your ears. If your house is always full of loud, angry news on the TV, your mind will feel loud and angry. But what if you put a small speaker in your kitchen? What if you play soft English stories while you cook? What if you leave an English book open on your pillow? Now, you don't have to remember to study. The study is waiting for you. The environment is inviting you to learn. Think about the paths we walk every day. In a real garden, if you walk over the grass many times, a path starts to form. Your habits are paths in your brain. If your path always leads to the TV, you will watch TV. If your path leads to your books, you will read. You can design these paths. If you want to exercise in the morning, put your shoes right next to your bed. Put them in the way so you have to touch them when you get up. You are making the path to exercise easy. You are making the path to being lazy a little bit harder. This is the secret of the most successful people. They are not stronger than you. They are just better at designing their gardens. They make sure that the good choices are the easiest choices. Think about a supermarket. Why is the candy right next to the cash register? Because the store owners know you are tired at the end of your shopping. They know your willpower is low. They design the environment to make you buy the candy. You must be the designer of your own store. Put the candy far away. Put the fruit right in front of your eyes. When you start to fix your soil, something wonderful happens. You stop feeling like you are pushing a heavy rock up a mountain. You start to feel like you are floating down a river. But physical space is only the beginning. There is another part of our environment that is even more powerful. It is a world we carry in our pockets every day. It is a world that can be a beautiful garden or a dark forest. We need to talk about the digital room you live in. We need to look at that screen in your hand. Because for many of us, that is where we spend most of our lives. Take a moment to think about the last time you used your phone. How did it make you feel? Did you feel more powerful? Or did you feel more tired? We are going to look at that digital world next. We are going to learn how to change that environment, too. Because if you want to change your life, you must change the things you look at every single minute. Just stay here with me. Keep breathing. Let the idea of your inner garden grow. We are moving toward a very modern type of change. Let's talk about the room inside your phone. Now, let's look at your phone. Think about that small device in your hand. Most of us carry it everywhere. We take it to bed. We take it to the kitchen. We even take it into the bathroom. We look at it hundreds of times every day. I want you to think of your phone as a room. Every time you unlock the screen, you are stepping into that room. You are entering a digital world. What does that room look like for you? Is it a quiet library full of useful books? Or is it a noisy street full of people shouting? Is it a beautiful garden that makes you feel peaceful? Or is it a dark room full of things that make you feel angry or sad? Most people do not think about this. They just open their phone and look at whatever appears. They let the internet choose their mood. They let the apps choose their thoughts. This is a very dangerous way to live. Because if you do not design your digital environment, someone else will design it for you. Think about social media. Think about the people you follow. When you scroll through your feed, what do you see? Do you see people who inspire you? Do you see people who teach you new things? Or do you see people who make you feel like your life is not good enough? Many of us follow people who show only their best moments. They show their expensive cars. They show their perfect vacations. They show their perfect bodies. When you look at these things every day, your brain starts to compare. You look at your own life and you feel small. You feel like you are failing. This is not your fault. It is the environment. You are choosing to walk into a room that makes you feel bad about yourself. What if you changed that? What if you spent 5 minutes today cleaning your digital room? Imagine unfollowing every person who makes you feel jealous. Imagine unfollowing every account that makes you feel angry about the news or the world. Now, imagine following people who speak English clearly. Imagine following teachers who give you hope. Imagine following artists who show you beauty. Suddenly, your phone is a different place. When you open it, you feel a spark of energy. You feel curious. You feel like you can grow. You didn't change your brain. You just changed the people who are allowed to talk to you through the screen. This is the digital soil of your life. Every video you watch and every post you read is like a seed. If you watch a lot of negative things, negative seeds will grow in your mind. If you watch things that help you learn, positive seeds will grow. Think about your apps, too. Look at your home screen. What is the first thing you see? If the first thing you see is a game or a news app, that is where you will go. Your environment is pulling you there. Try this simple trick. Move your English learning apps to the very front. Put them right where your thumb naturally touches the screen. Then, move the distracting apps into a folder on the last page. Make it hard to find them. You are creating a path. You are making the good habit easy and the bad habit difficult. This is how you use your environment to win. I want to talk about notifications. Those little red circles and the little pinging sounds. Every time your phone makes a sound, it is asking for your attention. It is like a person tapping on your shoulder every 2 minutes while you are trying to sleep. How can you find peace if your environment is always shouting at you? You cannot. Try turning off almost all your notifications. You do not need to know the moment someone likes a photo. You do not need to know every piece of news the second it happens. Choose when you want to look at your phone. Do not let the phone choose when to look at you. When you turn off the noise, you find a quiet space. In that space, you can finally hear your own thoughts. You can finally focus on your English. You can finally breathe. Think about the time right before you go to sleep. This is a very special time for your brain. It is when your mind starts to process the day. If the last thing you see is a stressful video or an angry comment, that is what your brain will work on while you sleep. What if you made your bedroom a phone-free zone? What if you left your phone in the kitchen? This changes the environment of your sleep. It makes your bedroom a place for rest and peace. It protects your mind from the digital storm. We think we are in control of our phones, but often, the phone is in control of us. We are like the seed we talked about. If the soil is full of digital noise, we stay small. If the soil is quiet and focused, we grow tall. I want you to realize that you have the power to change this. You are the king of your digital world. You can choose who enters your mind. You can choose which sounds you hear. Take a moment to look at your phone right now. Does it feel like a friend? Or does it feel like a boss? If it feels like a boss, it is time to change the rules. It is time to clean the room. But there is one more part of our environment that is even more powerful than our phones. It is the people we spend time with in the real world. The people we see face to face. We often say that we choose our friends. But do we really? Or do we just stay with the people who are near us? The people around you are the most important soil of all. They can give you water and light, or they can take it all away. We need to talk about your circle. We need to talk about the energy of the people you meet. Because if you want to change your life, you might need to change who you are walking with. Let's move from the digital world back to the human world. Let's talk about the people who feed your heart and the people who drain your soul. Stay with me. Take a deep breath. We are going to look at your social environment next. Let's talk about the people in your life. There is a very famous saying. It says that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a second. Look at your friends. Look at your family. Look at your coworkers. These people are your human environment. They are the most powerful part of your garden. Humans are like sponges. We soak up the energy of the people around us. If you spend all day with people who are happy and excited, you will start to feel happy and excited too. But if you spend all day with people who complain, you will start to see the world as a dark and unfair place. You don't even notice it happening. It is a slow change. It is an invisible change. Think about the words you hear every day. Words are like food for your mind. When a friend tells you that life is hard and that dreams are impossible, they are feeding you poison. When a partner tells you that you are not good enough, they are taking away your light. Even if you are a very strong person, it is hard to stay healthy when you are eating poison every day. I want to be very clear about something. This does not mean that the people in your life are bad people. Most people are just doing their best. But some people are energy vampires. You know who they are. When you meet them, you feel okay. But when you leave them, you feel tired. You feel heavy. Your brain feels foggy. They have drained your battery. Now, think about the other kind of person. Think about an energy giver. This is someone who listens to you. This is someone who believes in your dreams. When you talk to them, you feel like you can do anything. You feel taller. You feel smarter. After you say goodbye to them, you have more energy than when you started. If you want to change your life, you must look at your circle. You must ask yourself a hard question. Are the people in my life helping me grow, or are they keeping me small? In our garden, we call this the power of the sun. Some people are like the sun. They give you warmth. They help you reach for the sky. Other people are like a heavy shadow. They block the light. They make it hard for you to see the path. I know this is difficult. It is very hard to think about moving away from old friends. We feel guilty. We feel like we are being mean. But remember the fish in the dirty water. If you want to be healthy, you must find clean water. You cannot save everyone if you are drowning yourself. You do not have to say goodbye to everyone forever. You just need to change the balance. If you spend 10 hours a week with people who drain you, try to spend only 2 hours with them. Use those other 8 hours to find people who fill you up. Where do you find these people? You find them in places where people are growing. You find them in English classes. You find them in libraries. You find them in groups where people talk about ideas instead of people. If you cannot find these people in your real life yet, you can find them in your ears. This is why listening to podcasts and watching positive videos is so important. When you listen to a teacher or a mentor, you are bringing their energy into your life. You are letting them into your circle. They become one of your 5 people. Think about the way you speak to yourself, too. You are the person you talk to the most. Are you a friend to yourself? Or are you a critic? Your own voice is a huge part of your human environment. If you are always telling yourself that you are lazy or stupid, you are living in a very mean house. I want you to try a small experiment. Tomorrow, try to spend more time listening to people who have the life you want. If you want to speak English fluently, spend time with people who love the language. If you want to be successful in business, listen to people who are already there. Their way of thinking will rub off on you. Their words will become your words. This is called the power of proximity. It means being close to greatness. When you are close to someone who is excellent, excellence feels normal. When you are close to someone who works hard, working hard feels easy. Imagine you are trying to learn to play the piano. If you only spend time with people who hate music, you will probably quit. But if you spend time with people who play the piano every day, you will find yourself sitting down to practice without even thinking about it. The environment is doing the work for you. You have the grit to change. You have the heart to grow. But you must protect your energy. You must be the guard at the door of your life. Do not let just anyone in. Your time is too precious to spend it with people who do not respect your soul. Look around you today. Notice how you feel after every conversation. Notice who makes you feel like a seed in the sun. Notice who makes you feel like a seed in the dark. You have the power to choose who you walk with. We have talked about our rooms. We have talked about our phones. And we have talked about our friends. Now, it is time to put it all together. It is time to talk about how you can start right now. In the final part of our talk, we are going to build your success sanctuary. We are going to look at the small, practical steps you can take today. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of time. You just need to be ready to change one small thing. Let's finish this journey together. Let's talk about how to make your garden grow forever. Now, I want you to imagine something. Imagine a space that is designed just for you. I call this your success sanctuary. It is a place where everything helps you grow. In this place, the light is just right. The air is fresh. The people around you are kind and strong. And your digital world is quiet and clean. How does it feel to be in that place? It feels like you are finally free. It feels like you are finally yourself. Creating this place is not a dream. It is a series of small choices. You do not have to change everything at once. In fact, if you try to change everything today, you might get tired and quit. Remember, we are trying to save our willpower, not waste it. Start with one small thing. Look at your desk tonight. Can you move one piece of trash? Look at your phone before you go to sleep. Can you unfollow one person who makes you feel sad? Look at your schedule for tomorrow. Can you find 10 minutes to be alone in a quiet room? These are the tiny seeds of a new life. They seem small, but they are very powerful. When you change one small thing in your environment, you are telling the world that you are ready for more. You are making room for the magic to happen. Think about your English journey. Many people think they need to study for 5 hours a day to be fluent. They try to be strong. They try to use their will. But then they get busy and they stop. What if you changed your environment instead? Put your headphones near your front door. Change the language on your car radio. Put a sticky note with one new word on your bathroom mirror. Now, you are learning while you live. You are not fighting the river. You are floating with it. The most successful people in the world are not the ones with the most willpower. They are the ones who have built the best sanctuaries. They have made it easy to do what is right. They have made it hard to do what is wrong. You can do this too. You are the architect of your own garden. I want you to take a long, deep breath with me now. Feel the air in your chest. Feel your heart beating. This is your life. It is happening right now. It is a beautiful gift. We often spend our lives waiting. We wait for the weekend. We wait for the holiday. We wait for the day we are finally ready to start our dreams. But as we have learned today, the perfect time does not just happen. You have to create the space for it. Don't waste your life waiting for your mind to be strong. Start by making your world strong. If you put yourself in a good environment, growth will happen automatically. You will find yourself wanting to study. You will find yourself feeling more positive. You will find yourself speaking with more confidence. It will not feel like work. It will feel like breathing. You have so much grit inside of you. You have shown it by being here today. You have shown it by listening and thinking deeply. I am so proud of you for taking this time for yourself. Not many people do this. Most people just let the world push them around. But you are different. You are taking the steering wheel. Maybe you will delete an app. Maybe you will move a chair. Maybe you will send a message to a friend who always makes you smile. Whatever it is, do it with love for yourself. Do it because you deserve to grow. You are a mountain. You are a quiet lake. You are a strong, beautiful tree. The storms will still come. The wind will still blow. But when your soil is deep and your roots are strong, you will not be shaken. You will remain. Thank you for being part of the True Grit English family today. We are here with you every single day. We are here to help you build your sanctuary. We are here to help you find your voice. Take care of your heart. Take care of your space. And most of all, take care of your time. Your time is the most precious thing you have. Do not spend it in a place that makes you unhappy. Do not spend it with people who do not see your light. The world is waiting for the best version of you. And that version of you is already there. It is just waiting for the right soil. Go out today and be brave. Be kind. And remember that you have the power to change everything. It starts with one small move. It starts with one quiet choice. Leave the comfort zone.